Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Super You 3, the channel where we explore wisdom and lessons for a better life through books. Today's book is unlike any we've covered before. It's not about philosophy, psychology, or business. It's about an animal often feared and misunderstood: wolves. For centuries, fairy tales and movies have painted wolves as ruthless, bloodthirsty villains. But in truth, they are among nature's greatest teachers. Wolves live with discipline, compassion, and deep emotional intelligence. They teach us about family, love, leadership, and resilience, lessons that can change how we live our modern lives. The book is called The Wisdom of Wolves, written by Ellie H. Ratinger. Ellie was once a lawyer with a successful career. But one day, in court, she suddenly asked herself, "Why am I spending my life in endless conflict and lies? Is this really all there is to life?" That moment changed everything. She quit her job, went into the wilderness, and lived alongside wolves for decades. From countless days and nights observing their behavior, she collected stories and insights that she shares in this book. And today, we'll explore 4 of the most powerful lessons from wolves. Lessons about family, rituals, leadership, and living fully in the present. So, let's begin. Lesson 1: Family Love and Parenting. One of the most striking things about wolves is their devotion to family. Unlike many animals, wolves don't live alone. They live in packs, which function much like a human family. When pups are born, they're cared for not only by their parents, but by the entire pack. Uncles, aunts, and older siblings all take part. The little ones grow up surrounded by love, attention, and protection. Wolves also play with their pups constantly. And here is something interesting. Adult wolves often pretend to lose games just to make the pups feel confident. This is clever education, teaching through encouragement rather than punishment. Think about that. How often do we, as parents or mentors, forget that simple joy of playing with children? We get so busy with work, so stressed with responsibilities, that we see play as a waste of time. But for wolves, play is not just fun. It's a foundation for learning, bonding, and building trust. And wolves don't just protect their young. They make sacrifices for each other. One story from Yellowstone tells of a female wolf surrounded by enemies. Just when things looked hopeless, a 2-year-old wolf from her pack raced in, drawing the attackers away. She used her speed and knowledge of the valley to outsmart the rivals, saving her packmate. Wolves will even risk or give their lives for family. Their loyalty runs that deep. The lesson is clear. Family isn't just about being together under one roof. It's about showing up, playing, teaching, and sometimes sacrificing for one another. Love isn't measured by words. It's proven in action. Lesson 2: The Power of Rituals. Now let's move to the second lesson: rituals. Every day, wolves engage in small rituals: grooming, lying in the sun together, greeting one another with nuzzles, and of course, their haunting howls. We often think of the wolf's howl as something scary, but in reality, it's a ritual of unity. When a pack howls together, it's not just communication, it's connection. It's their way of saying, "We belong to each other. We are one." These daily rituals strengthen their bonds. They reduce tension, resolve conflict, and build trust. Humans, however, are losing the power of ritual. Families often eat separately, glued to their phones or TVs. Parents send quick text messages instead of having meaningful conversations. A 2022 study revealed that in many households, the average conversation between parents and children lasts less than 3 minutes and usually focuses on grades or chores. No wonder so many families feel distant, even when living in the same house. But rituals don't have to be big or complicated. A hug before school, a nightly story, or a no-phone family dinner can make a huge difference. Research shows that families who share 4 meals a week are significantly happier and more stable. Children feel more secure, and parents feel more connected. From wolves, we learn this: never underestimate small daily acts of togetherness. Rituals are the invisible threads that hold families and communities together. Lesson 3. Leadership with compassion. For years, people thought wolves fought for dominance and ruled by force. The term alpha wolf became popular, suggesting that the strongest wolf always leads. But research in the wild tells a very different story. Real wolf packs are usually led by a mated pair, a male and female, who balance courage with wisdom. Leadership is not about brute strength. It's about responsibility, patience, and care for the group. The alpha female often makes key decisions, especially when calm judgment is needed. She balances the courage of the male with compassion and foresight. One legendary example is Wolf 21 from Yellowstone. He was a powerful leader, feared by rivals, but within his pack, he was gentle. After hunts, he often let others eat first. He played with the pups and treated his mate as an equal. His generosity and humility made him beloved, not feared. Another story tells of a pack chasing a deer near a cliff. They could have kept going, but the alpha sensed danger and stopped. By holding back, he saved the pack from disaster. That's wisdom, knowing when to advance and when to retreat. So what do wolves teach us about leadership? True leaders don't dominate. They serve. They protect, guide, and earn trust through compassion. In a world where leadership is often confused with power, wolves remind us that the best leaders combine strength with heart. Lesson 4. Living fully in the present. Finally, wolves teach us how to live in the moment. First, they communicate with clarity. A wolf's howl has 21 variations, but each has a clear meaning. Unlike humans, wolves don't waste energy on sarcasm, gossip, or hidden agendas. Their communication is direct, honest, and efficient. Second, they know contentment. Wolves hunt only what they need. They share food with other animals like ravens, who often guide them to prey. In return, wolves leave food for ravens. The bond is so strong that when a raven dies, wolves sometimes cover the body with snow as if offering a funeral. Third, wolves don't let failure consume them. When hunts fail, they don't complain. They rest, conserve energy, and try again. Ellie shares a story of being stranded at an airport after a volcanic eruption canceled her flight. At first, she was furious. Months of planning were ruined. But then she thought, if I were a wolf, what would I do? The answer was simple: adapt. She let go of frustration and used the time to write. That question stuck with her. What would a wolf do? And perhaps it's a question we can all carry. When life overwhelms us, when failure stings, when we're tempted to give up, ask, what would a wolf do? The answer may lead us back to simplicity, resilience, and strength. Final thoughts. So let's review the 4 lessons of wolves. Family comes first. Love is action, sacrifice, and presence. Rituals matter. Small daily acts of connection keep relationships alive. Leadership is service. True leaders guide with courage, compassion, and humility. Live in the present. Communicate clearly. Embrace simplicity and adapt when challenges come. Wolves are not villains. They are teachers. And if we learn from them, maybe we too can live more courageously, more compassionately, and more meaningfully. Thank you for watching Super You 3. If this video inspired you, please like, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. Until next time, stay strong, stay present, and keep learning.